All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostle, as the great millstone, and salutes and honors to you, brothers, out there preaching his word, serving the truth. All right, coming to another video. Esau is at it again, man. He will constantly lie to the end, man. Okay? This is from RT. It said, hyper-realistic Jesus put on display. Sculptors based their depiction of, I'm reading verbatim, Christ wounded body on data from Shroud of Turin. Okay. Said sculptors based their depiction. The Lord never looked like this. This dude is leprous. That's basically Cesare Borgia, man. All right. Now, let's go to the scriptures, and we're gonna get the true depiction of the Lord, man. In the book of Daniel 10. I'm gonna read real quick. Daniel 10 and at 5. Then I lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, certain man clothed in linen, whose loins were girded with the fine gold of Uphaz. His body was also like the beryl. He got a green garment on. His face also the appearance of lightning, the wisdom, Scripture say, wisdom calls a man's face to shine. Okay, and his eyes like a lamp of fire. Okay, he had red eyes. He drunk a lot of wine, man. All right, and his arms and his feet like colored to polished brass. Brass is brown. Okay. This nigga right here is not brown. So that's false, man. Esau been pushing this shit since the 1400s. This fucking Edomite looking nigga, man. And his voice of his words like the voice of a multitude. The Lord had a deep, loud voice. All right. Now this is John's, the Apostle John. He's seen the Lord. Revelation 1 and 13. In the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, which is our Lord Yahushai, clothed with a garment down to the foot and girded about the paps with a golden girdle. Lord had a big gold belt on and a garment. His head and his hairs were white like wool. Now, who on the planet Earth got woolly hair? So-called black man. Okay. And he had white hair, man. Okay. And his eye, as white as snow, and his eyes were a flame of fire. Okay. And his feet like unto the fine brass, as if they burnt in a furnace. Now, you take brass, it's already brown, and you put it in the furnace, what's going to turn dark brown. Okay? So what the hell is these devils talking about, man? This is not scriptural. And, hey, that's in Revelation 20. Let me get that real quick. Revelation 20 and 1. And I saw an angel come down from heaven having the key to the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand. The bottomless pit represents Europe, man. And he laid hold on the dragon, the old serpent, which is the devil, and Satan bound him 1,000 years. And that's in the physical. historical, historically, the so-called white man, Esau Edom, was pushed up into the mountains. All right, and they was up in the mountains for 1,000 years, and they was in a beast-like state. Okay. Job, I think it's Job 30, if I'm not mistaken. Job talks about that, how Esau was pushed in the mountains, and they dwelt in the clefts of the rocks. They didn't have a language. They're basically cavemen, all right? So spiritually, that's what the Lord did to Esau Edom. And cast him in the bottomless pit and shut him up and set a seal upon him that he should deceive, all right, this is Esau Edom, that he should deceive the nations no more. Okay? Let's look up the word deceive. Let's spell that right. Deceive, to cause to accept as true or valid what is false or invalid. Ensnare, to be false, to fail to fulfill. Okay. To make someone believe something that is not true. A false impression. Bamboozle, beguile, bluff. Okay, dupe, fool, hoax, hoodwink, misinform, mislead, trick. Hey, that's what the devil does. He tricks you, man. Okay. So that's what Esau been doing since he rose back into power, since the Renaissance, man. Since the late 1400s, he pushed that image of Cesare Borgia, which is this the same nigga. Okay, this is the same image as Cesare Borgia. Okay, he's been pushing it all over the planet Earth, deceiving the nation, saying that he's God. Worship me. Okay. So there you go, man. He's still doing it to this day, even though the truth is out. The majority of the world, they say, if you ask them what does Jesus look like, they're pretty much gonna say he wasn't white. He wasn't a so-called white man. You know, that's all like over there in Europe. You know, you Latin tribes, you're done, man. You tribes of the Northern Kingdom of Israelites, man, you still think that the Lord is a so-called white man. You're just totally done. And casted him into the bottomless pit and shut him up and set a seal upon him that he should deceive the nations no more till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled. Okay, he wasn't deceiving nations when he was in captivity up in the mountains. Okay, the Lord was holding him in captivity up in the mountains, as cavemen, and loosed after that. And after that, he must be loosed a little season. So this is the little season. It started in the Renaissance. Okay, started as modern day Roman Empire system, the beast. Okay, modern Roman Empire is the dragon. Okay, there's America, NATO, and the EU, European countries, man. And that's where Esau started out in the Renaissance. He started out in Italy, Rome, which is Catholicism. Well, actually, Jay came up with that. It's just what Esau does. He conquers and he takes over that. He takes it over and converts it to himself and say he came up with it. Okay, he's a vagabond. Micah 2:2 tells you that. First Maccabees 3, read this real quick. In 48, Esau's doing this shit back in the Grecian Empire too, man, when he was ruling. First Maccabees 3 and 46. Wherefore the Israelites assembled themselves together and came to Mosphah over against Jerusalem, for in Mosphah was the place where they prayed aforetime in Israel. Then they fasted that day and put on sackcloth and cast ashes upon their heads and rent their clothes. And okay, here's the point. And laid open the book of the law, where the heathen has sought to paint the likeness of their images. See that? So Esau's doing it back then, man. You know? I'm the Israelite. You know? Just like they're doing now. Oh, the Jewish. You know? They're Edomites. All they do is take over somebody's heritage, man. That's all they fucking do, man. And the Lord is revealing you fucking Edomites, man, through his prophets. All right. Micah 2 and 2. Spoke about it earlier. Micah 2 and 2, or 2 and 2, is talking about Esau. And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. See that? See that? So that's what Esau does, man. But you basically get the point. I read this paragraph. An ultra lifelike model of Jesus Christ has gone on display in Salamanca Cathedral in Spain. In Spain. They started out in Spain too, man. Rome, Spain, Europe. I believe them. The Bourgeois was Spanish, but they was small hats. Made from the silicone latex and human hair, and based on data from the Shroud of Turin, the sculpture depicts Christ's horrific wounds. The exhibit dubbed The Mystery Man opened up last week after 15 years of research by a group of artists led by curator Alvaro Blanco, most likely the devil, Edomite. The Catholic news agency reported Blanco's team based Christ's form on a study of the Shroud of Turin and linen cloth discovered in the Middle Ages that some Catholics say is the burial shroud of Jesus himself, and others argue in an elaborate forgery. Weighing around 75 kilograms, 165 pounds, the model depicts the Lord hunched in rigor mortis. Said the Lord weighed 165 pounds. Okay, I don't believe that, because the Lord was a very tall man. With his shoulders bruised from carrying the cross, the body of the torn being whipped by Roman soldiers, and his head bloody from wearing the crown of thorns. His side, his piercing traces and nails are visible in the hands and feet. That's basically Caesar Borgia all over again, man. They're still pushing this shit. But Esau gonna lie till he's taken out of power, man. Till the Lord comes back and put his ass in chains, man. So he can't deceive the nations no more. Okay, so that's pretty much all I got. Shalom.